Hello, everybody. How are you today? This right here, or this is me, Mama Roxy says, and I'm here for your wallet, your purses, and your pocketbooks, baby, your hearts, oh yes, and your mans. For cheesy, that be me, baby. Anyway, I have never made these videos in front of him. This is my man. This is my man right here. Yeah, I'm really tickled right now. This is just tickling the hell out of me. But anyway, my love, introduce yourself. You ain't got to give your whole name, say.
My name is Jim Gifford. Nice to meet you.
Okay, Mr. Jimmy. All right. Y'all know how this goes for me already. I do not have any script. I am not going to read off anything. Usually what happens is I say what's on my mind, and we take it from there. I like a real good flow on things. I don't like to make things seem like it's scripted, and I don't like doing that. Y'all already know that by now. Y'all should know me by now. Hell, y'all know what's up. So, Jimmy, what did you think of me when you first saw me? I just got to get this out.
I thought you had style. I mean, you looked nice, took care of yourself, you had makeup on and stuff.
That was pretty.
You looked good.
So, when you actually, since I asked him what I thought of him when I first saw him. This was January the 1st. I did not believe that he was coming. I didn't. I had made up in my mind I was going out, I was going dancing, I was going to look pretty, I was going to enjoy myself, and I wasn't going to let nothing bring me down. Man, I got in there and we're dancing up a storm, and it's me because everybody else I know was already at a party, but it was just people that I knew from the club. And he texted and he asked me what was I doing, and I said at a party. And he asked, could he come down? I did not believe him. I'm like, yeah, sure. Okay. I'm like, he ain't coming nowhere. And I just continued to dance. So he texted me back again, and he was like, on my way, what's the address? I'm like, okay. He pulling my leg. I'm telling you, I did not believe. So I sent him the address and everything. So now I'm in there and they counting down. 1, 2, 9, 10, whatever, however they count down. And I'm doing a countdown. And the phone goes off again and he says that you were 5 minutes away. Oh my God, y'all. I ran in the bathroom. I did a face check. I had to check my makeup. I made sure, I was nervous. And my Louis Vuitton bag that I had, I was so nervous I was swinging the bag because I didn't know what to do and broke the damn handle. You talking about somebody was mad? I was so mad. But I was nervous and scared at the same time. So I'm sitting outside with 2 other ladies. And she dressed in red and she got this little white trimming on and her hair is short like mine, but it's green. And she had green eyebrows and everything. Then I'm sitting outside with another lady and they just talking and we laughing. I seen him before he seen me. I was like, damn, he cute. That's what I said to myself. Then when I looked over at him, he looked kind of confused because he wasn't for sure, until I smiled back. Then his eyes got a little bit bigger. Yeah, it did. He didn't know who he was. He knew.
At first, I thought it was the woman in the red. And I walked up and I'm like, I was thinking, well, I'll see what her personality's like. Because at that point I was like, what in the world?
No.
But that was a little different. I wouldn't, Then I come around the corner or more up to the corner, and then I seen you standing there with your hands like that on the rail, and I knew right away it was you.
So, you knew. How was that feel for you? I mean,
better that you weren't wearing the red suit.
Y'all, when I seen him, I was like, oh, he's handsome. I was like, he's cute. I was like, oh my God, the damn beard. I got a thing for beards. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh my God, the beard. And he said, you want to go back in the club? I'm like, nope. Let's go home. He said, huh? I said, come on, we can go to my house.
Yeah, I wasn't really expecting that.
What was you expecting?
Go back in the club? I mean, you had just met me and you're like, no, we'll go to my house. So I'm like, okay. Well,
But the reason I did that is because his demeanor was different from where I was. You know what I'm saying? The club was loud. It was rowdy. Everybody, I wouldn't have been able to hear him. So
right.
that wouldn't have been no good impression, no first impression. And I wanted to really get the feel for him. So we sat most of the time in my driveway. Was I ready? Oh, yes, because I had a poke. I had to poke him with a poke him. You know what I'm saying? Baby, I was ready.
Now I know.
Right.
Held hostage in my own car.
That's right. I would have, You know what I'm saying? But
no, you were never. I'm not like that.
I didn't feel that from you when we got
you can
talking. Right. When I got to talking with you, even as we were sitting in there, we didn't leave right away. We were sitting in the car, in his car first. I really expected to have this. I really thought that you had this real big truck with these big wheels on here, like a 4x4 type truck.
I don't have to compensate for anything.
Oh, baby,
so car it just does what it does.
So his conversation was relaxing. He was funny. I didn't get no bad vibe. Like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. I didn't get that. All I got was relax and let's see what happens. And that's how I felt with him. It was different at first.
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't know what to expect or how to act. I was like, But then when I asked him, had he ever dated a black woman before?
Never.
Never? Have you ever thought about it?
Yeah, I've seen black girls that I thought were cute and stuff, but I didn't think they'd talk to me, so I just never even
Why?
I don't know.
Talk loud so we can hear you talk loud.
I never really had been around anyone that was black. I come from a farming community, and just everybody's pretty much white that farms, and I don't really know any black people a whole lot until I went down to Knoxville.
Okay.
And I lived down there, and I met a bunch that I was working with.
Okay.
And I got to know them pretty good, and they was different.
Yeah, we are different.
Yeah, well, but like more have fun, cut up, and generally like camaraderie.
Okay.
And with white people, you got that if you know each other, but if not, it's not really there that much. And with colored people, I've noticed that you ain't got to know each other. It's pretty nice, And
I like
everybody could learn a lot from that.
Yeah,
it's not anywhere's.
No, but everybody not like that. I'll tell you that. It's very few. So when being with him is different, but not very much different. Like I like the fact of when we're out, that he holds my hand, and he rubs my back, or he's standing behind me and he holds me. I like that. I like the fact that he expresses himself, and it's not like I had to figure out, oh God, if he like me, or did he like what he see, or I didn't have to wonder that. That was one of the main things that I liked about you the most, was the fact that you were so open with me. He knew right then and there what he wanted. The way he talked to me, I did not feel like it was a sex thing. Sometimes, seriously.
At my age, that's not the first thing on your mind anymore.
No.
Sometimes it's your blood pressure.
Get your ass. And if you want to know, I am 55. You are
46.
Yeah. So how do you feel about that age?
I don't think about it ever. I don't look at you as an age. I look at you as a person, and I don't really care how old people are.
But
Unlike that lady that was at the store tonight, 96 years old.
yes,
Or 92, wasn't it? 92.
92, getting
And running
around
around
and yes,
as good as I could.
that's right.
I hope I can do that.
Yes, yes, sir. I hope so too. But I mean, I like the age difference because I like the stamina. I like the attitude. I like he's like a little energizer bunny, y'all. My old ass be sitting around looking at him like, what the fuck is you doing? Babe, can you go sit down? I be like, oh my God. But then being the age I am, I have to tell him, like, listen, honey, I have the moments where my body hurt, my legs don't work sometimes. I be in a shit mood, or I'm just. I try not to be moody and whiny because that's not in me. I am a true diva, but I'm not that diva that has to be like, oh my God, I'm too strong of a woman for that. I'm not a little girl. I'm a grown ass woman. So I try not to be like, oh my God, I'm hurting. Unless it's just to the point where I done anything and I just can't do it no more. And then I tell him, look, babe, today ain't gonna be a good day. My legs hurt, my feet hurt, I'm a little exhausted. And the look that be on his face would be more of concern. Like, what can I do? I ain't used to that damn look. That look of concern.
I ain't gonna sit there and watch you just in pain and not do nothing, or not try at least.
But
you gotta try. I mean, if you can't make the other person at least feel like you care, then what the hell are you doing?
True that.
I mean, at least try to make them feel better. If you really care about them, you're not gonna want them hurting.
True.
I figured it was kind of like common, like everybody done that.
No, they don't. Because I have had shit where you could be hurt and they'd be like, oh, my feet hurt too. I'll be like, what?
Yeah, it sucks, don't it?
Or like, damn, that's how you do it. So much you hurting all day. That's all you do is hurt. I've had that.
Yeah.
And those be the ones that be out the door that don't never stay.
When I'm at work, all I do is, I can concentrate on work, but I think about you.
Do you?
So, yeah. And then when I come home, I think about you on the way here, and I wonder how you are, how you feel, and I come home and get inside and find out if you're not feeling that good. If I ask you, is there anything I can do to help? First thing, don't I? Anybody would do it for somebody they care about.
No, sometimes
Well,
sometimes they do. I
they
swear.
would.
Sometimes you think they would, but then sometimes they don't. But seriously, what are you looking for in a relationship, Jimmy?
It's a big one.
No, I told you I never know this shit until I get in front of the camera. You know,
just somebody to be there with you, a companion, somebody that you can share life with and just grow old with and be there. Somebody that's not going to leave you for some stupid reason.
True.
That's my grandparents were married for over 75 years. My great grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you pick your battles. Don't blow up over everything. Act
True.
like you're somebody and care about the person you're with, and they'll see it.
So, what is your? I keep forgetting that I got a lot of questions in my head, but I look for the same thing. I have been waiting for the past 10 to 15 years or a little longer for somebody to, it's like a void that I have, right? I know that I've been through hell, body-wise, mental-wise, and I was married for a long time, and it's like being out here and being single right now is hard because you find people that's trying to use
scary.
you. Yes, it's very scary.
Hard. You can find somebody, but it may not be the ones you want to find.
No, and that's
they're
what I'm
going to
saying.
be the ones that are out there the most.
Exactly, because it's always everything starts out about sex. or money. What bank you with? I've had people ask me, what
Mine.
bank am I with? Or
What
I've
difference
had
does it
people
make?
ask me, who do you live with? I'm looking for, they looking for somebody to take care of them. I don't want to take care of anybody.
They
I
want to
want to
know
take
about your
care of each
situation if
other.
it's secure before they even get with you.
Right.
Sometimes, though, I could see somebody doing that because of somebody trying to take advantage of them. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like I'm going to make sure the next person I'm getting with is secure before I get with them because this person used me. And that's not really a good thing because it can be misconstrued as you want my money
Right.
or
Or you just looking for
misunderstood or
some
something. But I
place
mean,
to
it could go
stay.
either way.
Right.
But either way, it's not a good first thing to ask
No,
somebody or
it's
say
not.
or
Or I get a lot of fetish people looking for uh little fetishes. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And I've been through hell with different situations. I had to practically stop dating, period, because of the shit that you get, the red flags, the immaturity, the game players, the hustlers, the ones that think just because you old, you're dumb as hell and you don't know nothing. I'm far from that.
It's not much different for guys. First thing they ask for is where do you work, all this, how much money do you make? Then they ask you for money, and
What kind of car you
you
drive?
could tell them about something, start talking to them like you would a person, and they'll totally ignore it. Go right back to the money. Well, I need this. I gotta update my Apple phone, and it costs $100 a month. People that don't have Apples don't know that. They don't know
It
that.
don't that and it don't
It don't
cost that much
cost
for real
anything,
because I
right?
got that shit.
And that's all they're out there just at work making money
Okay.
is what they're doing. They don't, and they play with that, and it really messes with people's emotions, and they don't understand it. But I think that a lot of people are turned off from dating by people that were not there for dating, but only wanted you for something. And those apps
Right.
really ruin things, and I think they're just destroyed anymore.
Because I just, even if you go to the bars, right?
Like, yeah, but we weren't even on an app. We were just on Facebook dating.
Yep.
So I mean, it even happens there too.
That's it
Yeah,
basically where I was. And I got all types of, I got everything, but I just told you
yeah.
I had gotten frustrated.
Pictures
So,
and
yeah, oh my God, every
nothing
time
like
I
embarrassing
turned
yourself to
around,
somebody you don't know,
right? I got
right?
so tired of the DICK pics.
hmm
That's all you get. The first thing you open up the phone, you think it's a message. It's the DICK pic. I don't want to see that.
No.
So then when you actually tell somebody, well, look, I'm not out here just for sex. I mean, sex comes later. I want everything that comes with that and then some. They be like, oh, or when they first meet me, they'll say that I was uh, bougie or I was well kept. I just take care of myself. And the place where I stay at, that's just
You
it.
take pride in your appearance, and maybe they
Yeah.
knew that they didn't have a shot with somebody like that
But how would you know unless you
because they're.
try?
I don't know. I don't know what they thought, and I'm glad I don't because I like the IQ points that I have.
You got them, baby. You got them, baby. Now, what are some of the questions you want to ask?
Well, to tell you the truth and totally honest, I usually just kind of find out as I go.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Everything that I ever want to know or would ask and stuff, usually on a first time like that, it comes out within the first hour because the person's
Yes, it
talking
does.
about themselves a lot or
Yep.
something like that. But when you started, we kind of asked each other the same things, or like if somebody would ask a question, we'd tell, and then we're like, "What about yours?" And it's kind of an exchange there.
Yeah.
And that the rest of the questions were fairly simple that I would have asked, but most of it was just generally in that talking. When you have been, enough people or done this enough times or watched other people's mistakes, actually is where you learn a lot. if you pay attention to them, you'll, in the first conversation, you can find out a lot about people just talking. They'll tell you. You ain't even gotta ask.
True.
Sometimes. Other ones, when they're quiet, that's a really shy person. It's hard to ask them anything because they don't want to answer nothing.
You look like you shy, but you're not.
Yeah. Well, no, I am really shy. I'm shy.
No, he's not.
No, it was this one time.
One time
Yeah,
when?
I was shy once.
Not no time with me.
Well, you made it so comfortable. I never seen any judgment.
No.
You were always so nice. You had good things to say about everything. I didn't hear you say nothing bad about nothing. I mean, so that wasn't an issue.
Okay.
You know, and I do believe a lot in the Bible, and in the Bible
like
it
that.
says, from out of the mouth flows the contents of the heart.
Mm-hmm.
And when you meet somebody that's like, you don't hear too many people talk without them just cutting everything down, or this is bad and this is bad and blah blah. You never said anything about that. I wouldn't have known anything, but it was bad at all.
I think.
All the good sides of stuff is what makes things special.
Right. Exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth. I don't
You
have.
value things when you talk about them like that,
Yeah.
largely.
I do. I've been through enough stuff to know that you have to learn to appreciate what you got. And I learned a lot. So I got to say, when things don't work out, you lose faith in nothing. You know, out of all the little lumps of cold, I kept telling y'all eventually I was going to get my man. I didn't know when. I didn't lose no faith. I got tired. I got tired for a minute. I really did.
I remember one of my first questions to you was if you listen to rap.
Yep.
And just about music and stuff.
Because he plays guitar. He's good as hell at it too.
Yeah, I remember asking that, and then you said you like to listen to country, and I said, yeah, not in here.
But
Probably never hear it.
He don't listen to country music, y'all. But I listen to everything. I listen to everything except for heavy metal. Yeah. I can't do the real loud, the screaming.
Yeah, that's
no.
not.
I can't do that.
You can't make sense of that. No ways. I can't.
So, you're a type of woman. What type of women do you like? I know he like redheads, though, y'all. Totally different, ain't it?
I do.
He went from redhead to no hair with blonde and everything. But go ahead.
I just like people that are open up and they're caring and they willing to be themselves and accept you for you. Mm-hmm. And that is really more exciting than what they look like. Because I've went to school with some of the most beautiful girls I've ever seen, and their attitudes made them ugly.
Yeah, I had that same that too.
I mean, it can be a perk, it can not be. It just depends on how you look at it, and that's not one of the most important things anyways. And when I saw you, I said, there ain't a damn thing wrong with that. So,
make you
yeah, that's not really an issue at all. I've actually learned a lot from having a black girlfriend. From the looks and stuff out in public and things like that.
The looks are
that
ridiculous.
Never happened to me by myself. And when it did, if I looked at them, they immediately stopped looking at me.
Right. Oh, no.
And
not with us.
Yeah, not with us. But I wonder what they're thinking. It's not like it would make me mad, but I just wonder what they're thinking. And sometimes when you walk across the room, you're glad you don't know. You watch them walk across the room, sometimes you can tell.
Listen, y'all. We went on our first date. Was it the Chinese buffet?
It was.
We went to the Chinese
The whole place. Every booth.
Everybody stopped eating.
Every table.
They was
the waitresses, the owners, everybody looked straight at us.
And kept looking. Kept looking.
What the hell do we look like?
And then he sat down and he cracked a couple of jokes, and I cracked a couple of jokes. And there was a lady sitting right here opposite of him. He's sitting here, but that she's sitting back, and this is him. Like you couldn't see her face.
Like on the other side
Yes.
of the partition.
She was staring so hard. She whispered to her boyfriend, or her husband, or whoever it was, and she said something, and they both looked over at me, and I looked at him, and I looked over at her, and I went. And I gave her a wink. So when he came back to the table, he kissed me. And she was like, and I was like, and I did it again. She was like, oh. So then it was an older lady. Oh my God. She was so frustrated.
I think that
with
was
us.
Grandma.
Yeah. Whoa. She was so frustrated with us. He cracked jokes. Like we just sat out there and choked it up. He said something. And then he got up and behind me and like kind of kissed me. She's like, I laughed so hard. I think the most funniest things are the looks that you get as being a mixed couple.
Yeah, because every single person you walk past looks at both of us. They're like, they look at you, look at me, look at you, look at me, and then they look away puzzled.
Yes. And then, Foxy, cut it out! But when I tell you, it's funny. We were in Family Dollar, and Family Dollar, and I'm dancing. You know I dance, y'all.
Dollar General.
Dollar General, and I'm doing a little booty dance, and he behind me, and he holding me just like we would. And we was at a club, but we laughing and playing around in the store. When we got up to the desk, the lady says, when we got up to the cash register, the lady says, I get off at 11. And I'm looking at her. She was like, I cannot wait to go home to watch the Trump video. I look at him and he look at me. He was like, who gives a fuck?
What difference does that make?
Right.
About anything.
And she gets off at 11. I'm like, what the hell?
Good for you. Everybody else does.
I was like, let me get my stuff together. And I didn't say nothing. I didn't get mad. I didn't get frustrated. I didn't get nothing. This is part 1. We'll be right back, y'all. Ciao. See you in a minute. Mwah.